For this example, I'm not going to talk through it quite as much. It'll be a much shorter video. I just wanted you guys to know I'm going to do this one. I'm going to start off by figuring out where this new period begins and ends. So I'm going to start by making this equal to 0 and 2 pi. I'm going to break those regions in half and break the halves in half. I'm going to move the whole graph up 3. It's going to have an amplitude of 4. It's going to go out by 4 in each direction from that new 0 line. And then I'm going to use what I know about the key points of the sine function to figure out the rest of the graph. I'm going to write all my work down and then talk through it so the video's faster, but I think you guys should pause and try this on your own. First step, set this equal to 0 and 2 pi. When I set this thing equal to 0, of course I subtracted pi from both sides, giving me x over 4 equals negative pi. And then to get rid of that 4, I'd multiply both sides by 4. So the left, the new starting point, no longer is 0, is now negative 4 pi. Setting the other equation equal to 2 pi to find the new ending point of one full period, I subtracted pi from both sides to get x over 4 equals pi. And then to get rid of that 4, multiply both sides by 4 to get x equals 4 pi. All very familiar algebra. We're carrying these pi's around. They're not stressing us out. I now know I start at negative 4 pi and I go through one full cycle until I get to 4 pi. So it goes from negative 4 pi to 4 pi. Here we go, number line. Negative 4 pi is the new start of this function and positive 4 pi is the new ending. I gotta find the midpoint of this. Not too bad this time. I mean, we can clearly see it's going to be at 0. And then halfway between 0 and negative 4 pi is negative 2 pi. And positive 2 pi. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do all this, but no, I need to explain this part more clearly. So now that I know where my sine function is going to start and end for one full period, I'm going to move everything up 3 units. So this line that's normally at 0 moves up 1, 2, 3 units. That's my new 0 line. Any place sine would have been 0, it'll be on this line instead. I also know that that got stretched by 4. So normally it would be 4 above the 0 line and 4 below the 0 line, or 4 above the x-axis and 4 below the x-axis. Now we'll say 4 above the 0 line and 4 below the 0 line. So of course I did not give myself enough space. Let me adjust some things. So from 3, if I go up 4, I'm all the way up here at 7. And if I go down 4, I'm supposed to be at negative 1. I missed negative 1. That's better. All right, we'll do this in blue. So this is my new starting point. I have to know where sine normally starts. Sine starts at the 0 line. So I'm going to start at the 0 line. And then sine goes up to the high point, back to the 0 line. It goes down to the low point, back to the 0 line. It's concave down. It's concave up. It's not even trig. It's algebra. You guys are great at algebra. You just got to push through. I hope this makes sense. And if you guys have questions, of course, I am available. I'm just sitting in that Zoom all by myself. Okay, I'll see you guys. Try those problems on the homework and let me know how it goes. And if you're really in a bind, keep in mind I've got office hours on Tuesdays. So before class, excuse me, between 3 and 3:30, I'm there. And I'm there to help. And I'm happy to do it. It's like my favorite thing. Just talking about math with kids who need help with math. It's my favorite. My favorite? Do I like anything better than helping kids with math? I'm trying to think. No, there's nothing that's more fulfilling. Truth.